From paintings to experimenting with the most unusual materials, that's what went on before the exhibition done by T.A. Fasuyi. The 82-year-old got a lot of help from his assistants, but the concept is his.
The Legacy Gallery is home to the works of veteran artist Mr. Adebanjo Fasuyi. That's where one can find his paintings, mostly in abstract.
Artworks are to me like an investment and of your interest. They are helping you maintain your own interest in art.
His 50-year-old collection of artifacts, which he has tried to preserve over the years, is a big part of his artistic journey.
I left Zaria in 1960 after the education course, and I've been impressed by the native caps of the Hausas and a few things. I've been collecting them. Some of them survived the test of time, some of them got rotten. When you see somebody in Gambia doing a mask, another one in Kumasi doing a mask, you find there's usually a difference in all the things they do. And when you sit down and look at the mask, you see the difference in the thought form and the environment where the artworks were produced.
Mr. Fasuyi is using the time on his hands to do more, revive a passion which his family is renowned for, sculpture. Every great art begins from a sketch. After seeing the idea in his head, he pours it out on paper before it transforms to the finished work.
For this type of sculpture I'm doing, my main duty is to visualize. And that's why you find there the drawings of some of these sculptures before they were made.
Does embracing sculpture come with its challenges for a man who has seen many moons? It does, but he's not dwelling on it and has surrounded himself with people that can assist him in achieving his goals.
After the drawings, I sat down, okay, where do I get the calabash gods? I went to Oyo and I bought a large quantity, started carving them like I did in '84. And I called the fiberglass man and said, look, put it there. See, I'm working, you work well. I have 4 people working with me at regular intervals. When I need the carpenter, it's available. When I need the painter, it's available. When I need the fiberglass, it's available. So they are always there to do whatever is too difficult for me to do. But all these things are not too difficult yet. Okay. Because God has given me the power to I can see box. Where is your blade again? No more blade.
Some of the sculptural pieces too have been preserved and restored. They are still standing after many years, although the color is a bit different from others.
I said to myself, why can't I think about this work and see how to preserve them? If I put more paint, it won't mean anything. Termites will still come there. So I decided to introduce fiberglass. So I called a friend and said, look, I want to do fiberglass on my sculpture. I said, hey, Baba, sculpture, okay. I said, yes, I'm doing sculpture now. So he sent me somebody who can do this. So I told him, put the fiberglass here, put the fiberglass here, and it worked. And that's what we have now. That's why there's a difference between the ones I told you were done in '84 and the ones that are done now. Because these ones have fiberglass to reinforce them, to ensure that you don't destroy quickly.
This veteran also believed that an artist doesn't have to look any further to achieve anything. He should just look around him.
Action speaks louder than voice. I don't need to tell them this is what they do. If they see me putting calabash together, gumming them together, carving them, it will show them that art materials are not limited to what you buy in the shops. There are art materials everywhere. At your backyard, on your way to Lagos or to Calabar, you see things you can make together. Ordinary wood, take it, cut it, and make a sculpture out of it. My message to them is that they should not look for plaster of Paris. They should not look for this one before they do their work. They should look for local materials.
For instance, notice these old pipes used for plumbing. It may be hard to recognize. It's been cut, painted, and looks splendid, even though it's not completed. That's just an example of how the things around the environment can be turned to great art.
The other sculpture I'm doing, which I call plastico, is made of local plastic, the one used by plumbers. I just found them in my house in Leisure, dumped down like that, different sizes. I said, how can this thing be there like that? Then one day I just said, let me cut them. And it became fascinating. And I keep cutting. And somebody came after the Oshogbo thing. Somebody came and was excited by it. Said, was taken to America when he took it. I said, it's light, yes. He bought. And that encouraged me to say, yes, there may be a market for it. I'm not looking for the market, but I'm looking for the joy you get from creating and seeing your creation come true. That is my attitude to it.
Mr. Fasuyi believes that there is no boundaries except in the mind, and that every man is a special kind of artist. He wants to leave a legacy which will inspire generations.
That's one man who is an inspiration anytime, any day. Even at 82, he's not afraid to get his hands dirty, as he believes this is the best time to create. And just before we reveal our artist for this week, let me give you a clue. Some of us grew up reading one of his books while in school.
February the 19th, 1928 in Kafanchan, Kaduna State, Joseph Onwara Nzeku was a professor, writer and editor from Onitsha, Anambra State, southeast Nigeria. He joined the Federal Civil Service as an editorial assistant at the Nigerian Magazine Division of the Federal Ministry of Information and worked as an editorial assistant from 1956 to 1958 when he took over the position of editor-in-chief of the magazine. In 1966, when the Nigerian Civil War broke out, Nzeku transferred his services to the Eastern Nigeria Republic Service and returned to the Federal Service at the end of the crisis in 1970. He served as General Manager of the News Agency of Nigeria from 1979 to 1985. That's when he wrote Troubled Dust, a novel that recounts the experience of the Civil War. He co-authored Eze Goes to School with Michael Crowder and wrote Wand of Noble Wood, High Life for Lizards, Blade Among the Boys, The Chima Dynasty in Onitsha, Faith of Our Fathers, and so many other works of fiction and non-fiction. After 39 years in government service, Nzeku retired in 1985, after presiding over the affairs of the News Agency of Nigeria for nearly 8 years. He died on April the 21st, 2017.
You can enjoy Art House on any of these platforms.
Next week on Art House. Afro-pop artist Desinye Tantua presents his latest body of works at the Art House space in Lagos. It's also an opportunity to celebrate a veteran artist who has influenced his career. So join us then.
So you can see an influence from the older generation on the contemporary mind. And we talked so much about inspiration today. That exhibition by Desinye is a way of celebrating multi-talented artists, them as Woko. And that's something to look forward to when you tune in next week. But you can also catch me online and let the conversation continue. As always, I'm Melinda Akinwami. Thank you so much for watching.